Hi YouTube family, thanks for joining me, and have I got a video for you today because I want to talk to you about the 12 key moments that will predict the future of your relationship. This video is going to open up your eyes to what it takes to create a long-lasting partnership, because believe it or not, there are 12 specific moments that's going to happen to you in your relationship that will allow you to, number one, it's going to allow you to determine exactly where you are in your relationship, what's happening. Number two, it's going to give you indication of where you need to go in your relationship, okay, to make it long lasting. And number three, it's going to give you the insight and the power of discernment. Because let's be honest, you don't want to be racking your brains trying to work out what's going on in your partnership, only to find that you got the signals all wrong. And then you're going to be left feeling disappointed and let down. So this video is going to show you how to avoid that disappointment and heartache. And it's coming up in a mo. Don't go away. Hi friends, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, it's all about empowering you in your relationships and in your personal growth journey. I'm going to start off straight away by giving you the first key moment that is going to determine the future of your relationship. And that is your first stay-at-home date. Because when you invite your partner into your home, believe it or not, you're making a pretty bold statement, because you're introducing your partner into your space. And you're breaking down that facade, you know, that wall that we always create, even on the first, second, third, fourth, even the fifth date. And, you know, even months into the relationship, we've got this sort of face on us, haven't we? This sort of facade, really, if you like. But when you introduce your partner into your home, you haven't got the bar staff, you haven't got the restaurant staff, you haven't got the theatre staff to fill in the gaps. You're introducing them into your home, and you're saying, well, look, this is me. This is what I look like at home. Do you like what you see? And you're going to sort of make an effort, aren't you? You're going to try and put together a pretty decent meal to try and impress them. And I'm going to ask you, how did your event go? Just asking you, putting it out there, how did your event go? Because if it goes well, then that's a pretty good sign. But if it goes south, then you got some work to do. And the second key moment in your relationship that is going to determine the future is introducing your partner to your friends. And this is a pretty big one, friends, because when you think about it, your friends know that you're on a date. You know, you've told them you're on a date, and they're asking you all these questions. What do they look like? Are they cute? Or, you know, what's happening in your relationship? And finally, the day comes when you're going to introduce them to your partner. And your heart kind of stops, doesn't it? Because you're thinking, I wonder how it's all going to go. And the wonderful thing about doing this, and the reason why it's a key moment, is because your friends are going to see your partner for the first time. You've been dating them for a while, so you're seeing them in isolation, really. It's just your feedback to yourself about the signals that they're giving you. But your friends are either going to give you the thumbs up, you're really cute together, you look really good together, or they're going to be honest with you and they're going to say, well, look, really don't think this guy is for you, or this woman is for you. So watch out for these signs, friends, because it's a big one. Your friends are going to tell you the truth if they really care about you. Just want to put it out there. If you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. I am really appreciative. I love you guys because I want to continue empowering you in your personal growth journey, and I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for doing that. So we're moving along to the third key moment that's going to be in your relationship that's going to help you to predict the future. And that's when you realize that your partner is truly listening to you. And by that I mean that he's actually listening to you from the heart, or she's listening to you from the heart. And how you can find out that this is happening, because it's really subtle and you may actually miss it. It may actually be going on in your relationship as we speak, but you haven't picked it up. And that is when you tell your partner that you like something. For example, I told my partner at the time that I liked Tevin Campbell, who's an R&B artist, and he immediately went out and bought me the album. So if you're telling your partner certain things about what you like, what you like to do, and they are making arrangements, going out of their way really to make it happen for you, this is a really cool sign, guys. and your relationship is looking good for the future. So that brings me to the fourth key moment in your relationship that will help you to predict the future. And that is the first time that you do a boring, routine task with your partner. You're running an errand, you could even be putting out the trash, doing something really routine together. And it's really important for you to sort of understand how you're feeling about this, because we're not talking about a candlelit dinner here. We're not talking about where your partner gets to be romantic here. We're talking about doing something really straightforward. Maybe it's just picking up the laundry, or just maybe taking the dog for a walk, or anything like that. And if you're thinking, wow, I feel really good about just doing this really mundane thing, then that's a really good sign. And I don't think you knew that putting out the trash could be so exciting. But when you're doing it with your partner and you're feeling really good about yourself and you're both on the same page, that's a really cool sign. So what's the fifth moment in your relationship that's going to help you to predict the future? Believe it or not, is introducing your partner to your parents or to your family. It could be anybody. It could be a grandparent, it could be a sibling, it could be your kids, it could be your mentor. This is a really important moment, friends, because your family are gonna see your partner for the first time, and they're not gonna have that mask on, when they see the partner, because there's no love, there's no love interest, there's nothing going on for them. They're not gonna sugarcoat it for you. They're gonna tell you the bare truth. They're gonna say, Paul or Pauline, you look like a really sweet couple. You look great together, because they have your interests at heart. If your family really care about you, just like your friends, then they're gonna give you the truth, and that's gonna open up your eyes to what's really going on in your relationship. And it also gives you major clues about what your future family functions are going to be like. So if you're going to be introducing your partner into your family functions or with friends and family, then it's going to give you that first meeting. It's going to give you some sort of understanding about how it's going to go. And if it's a sort of a thumbs down and things aren't going too well, they're going to be honest with you and say, well, I just don't think this person is really for you. It doesn't mean to say that it's not going to happen, that you're going to have a future together, but it may mean that your partner's going to have to put in some more work to make it really happen. So bear that in mind. The sixth key moment in your relationship that will predict its future is when you go away together. And I have a friend who went out with her partner on a vacation, and she said, Elaine, I knew I'd never see him again. Basically said he was really sloppy. He didn't tidy up after himself. She had to tidy up after him, and she couldn't be herself, and it just didn't gel. For you, I hope it's really different. I hope you have a fantastic holiday together, and I hope that you're able to just say what you want to say to your partner. You're not going to be tongue-tied and thinking, oh, I can't say this, I can't say that, it's going to make me look, he's going to think this of me. You could really be open and honest when you're on vacation together. If this is you, then it's a really good sign, and I'm wishing you the best in your relationship. The seventh key moment that's going to predict the future of your relationship is when you have your first argument. What happened when you had your first argument? Because it tells you a lot about the person that you're with. How did they make you feel? Did they get out of control, or did you actually manage to meet in the middle and manage your fight, manage your disagreement? Because when you have a disagreement, the mask comes off. People generally say what they want to say when they're in a disagreement, when they're in an argument, and you can understand whether the person has, or get the feeling, a signal really, whether somebody has good intentions towards you. And if you're able to meet in the middle and they have good intentions towards you, and it's just an argument that you had and you managed to sort things out, then that's a really, really cool sign. And I've got some really good videos for you. I'm going to put a link down below in the description. One of them is how you can stop arguing in a relationship, so check that out. Link is down below in the description. So the eighth moment that's going to predict the future of your relationship is when you discover that you can actually tolerate that person when they get on your last nerve, and you're prepared to put up with it. There's a fine line, isn't there? When somebody says something, they have habits, they do things that really get on your nerves, and you think, oh. But when you think that, I can actually tolerate this. This is the person at their worst, really. And you know that you can put up with it, it's not a deal breaker, then that's a pretty cool sign. So the ninth moment in a relationship that's going to predict its future is when your partner tells you, I love you. How cool is this? This is beautiful. Let me get a fan. I'm getting really hot now. I'm really excited for you guys. I hope this is happening for you. But do bear in mind that even if somebody tells you that they love you, it doesn't actually mean that they really love you, because they could be telling you because they think that you want to hear it. So you've got to be discerning about this. It was a person just saying it because they want to be intimate with you. They want to have a closer connection with you, but they don't actually love you. They want to get something from you. It's about, being honest with yourself. And maybe you want to speak to your friends and family about it. And they are the people that are going to give you the honest feedback. Let's face it, there's nothing in it for them. They want the best for you. So the 10th moment that's going to predict the future of your relationship is when you start talking about your future. I'm going to need a fan because this is getting really exciting. Because if they start talking about marriage, well, it sounds really sweet. That's a good sign. I hope this is happening for you. Because when you start talking about the future and you're on the same page and you want the same thing, wow, that's sweet. The 11th moment that's going to predict the future of your relationship is when you start discussing having children together. If you're both on the same page and you both want children together, that is really cool. That's a beautiful thing. Wow, that's cool. That's great. And the 12th moment that is going to predict the future of your relationship is when you put all these moments together. You may only get 2 moments, you may get 1 moment. Take it on board, that it may be one thing that happens, it may be 2 things, it may be all 12 things that happen in your relationship. And that's super fantastic for you. Hope you enjoyed this video, folks. I'm going to be back with another video on Sunday. And I want to say thank you for subscribing and sharing this video and liking this video in advance. Please do those things because it will help me to put out more content and become more confident about what I'm doing going forward. Because I get confident when I hear feedback from you, and I get really confident when I know that I'm really helping you, because that's what it's all about. Really love you loads and take care for now. Bye.